Well, this is it. My final video of 2017, and for anyone who's new to my channel, at the end of every year I do a send-off video just to talk about the year and how I think it went, and I think 2017 was another very good year for me, creatively and productively, and I actually think it was a little better than last year. Yes, I didn't get to make another short film like I had originally hoped I would at the beginning, but I did a lot of projects this year, a lot of videos, and I got to collaborate with a ton of people. Some of them people I've worked with before, Alex Letjarv, my cousin Nick Charleston returned for the first time in 2 years, and Christine Jones, who I co-host the Old School Trailer Hound show with, and my grandfather, who I call Guy, Marlon Crawford, or Jack, to anyone who's friendly with him, who was the star of my short film last year, Break and Escape. He and I started doing some movie reviews, and it's a ton of fun because I love to watch stuff with him, whether it be movies or the movie reviewers, who I really enjoy, and the discussions we have afterwards are a ton of fun. And a very new face to my reviews this year was Matt Nugent, who I was very good friends with back in high school, and then we kind of drifted apart at one point after high school, like a lot of high school friends do. But last year, we bumped into each other, and so we started talking, and I asked him if he would join me for a review, and he did, and we've done a lot more since our first big review, which was the Big Trouble in Little China review, and it's a lot of fun. I'm glad we reconnected, and the last review we did together, he invited his girlfriend, Grace, over, and got to do my first 3-person JMC review, and I loved it. It was great just to have a multiple person review, which is actually something I've wanted to do for a very long time. And I submitted a few videos to Lewis Lovehog's Long Box of the Damned bumper contest, and one of them actually got picked for his long box video, Palmist of the Mummy, I think is what it's called. So that was awesome. My face and my grandfather, who has a small appearance in that bumper, we are at the end of one of the Long Box of the Damned videos. That was great, and I did a lot of videos this year. Created a pretty busy self-imposed work schedule. I don't have to work as hard. No one's making me, but I like to put out content regularly, and it's hard to say. I guess I like to push myself in that area, and sometimes I feel very burned out, but for the most part it's worth it. But I'm not sure I'm gonna be as busy next year. I still want to put out a lot of content, but I think this year has taught me maybe not do everything every single week. And next to all the content I have made myself, all the movie reviewers I watch and love have put out great stuff too, particularly Brad Jones, who earlier this year, the movie he wrote and co-starred in, Jesus Bro, got released, and I was one of the Indiegogo supporters of that movie, and as the reward said, I got to get my name in the end credits of that film, and that was just wonderful. That was amazing to see my name in the end credits of a actual fucking movie. I just lit up so much, and for that I have an IMDb credit. And hopefully, one way or another, more titles will be added to that credit. And something that happened to my family this year that's a bit sad, but we were anticipating it, was my grandfather's mother. She was still alive for most of this year, and she lived to a pretty big age. She was 100 years old this year. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And sadly in October we got word that she had died, and it was sad for everybody, but we were anticipating it. It was pretty clear that she wasn't gonna live a ton more longer, and she died peacefully in her sleep. And it was a little awkward for me because my grandparents, they knew her very well, and my mom and my aunt, she was their grandmother, and they loved all their grandparents, had, from what I've heard and what they've talked about, pretty good relationships with them. But me, I wasn't close to my great-grandmother. Most people usually are when it comes to their great-grandparents. And I hadn't seen her in person since 2005, but I had talked to her over the phone, and she was able to work with Skype to communicate with us every now and then, and I never really got to know her, but I know that she really loved me, and she really loved when I would say hi. And my grandfather, a regular thing he would do with her was he'd call her almost every day, and they'd talk, and she would ask how I am and say hi, and I would say hi back, and I'd say I hope she's doing well. And from what I heard, she really loved that I was thinking of her. A 100's a good age to go, I think, and I really admire her for living that long, and hopefully that gene passes down to all of us. And not sure how respectful or how nice this is, but I dedicate this final video of the year to my great-grandmother, Lillian Crawford, and 100 years old. Pretty impressive. But there was a lot of good stuff with my family this year, particularly Thanksgiving and Christmas, and this Christmas was pretty nice. I got my family a lot of gifts I thought they would like, and everybody had a good time. We had a lot of good food, and the main gift I just have to show that I'm really looking forward to is this. The entire series of Deadwood. Considered one of the best shows, cut too short in its prime, and my buddy Alex really loves this show, and I think it might be his favorite show of all time, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I also got a new editing software which hopefully we put to good use. And for anyone who might be wondering what my plans are for 2018, here they are. The JMC reviews are going to be on a hiatus like they do at the beginning of every year. I'm going to be taking the month of January off, and plans can always change. I took most of January off last year, but I ended up posting a video or two, and anything can happen, but for the most part, and at this time, I plan to take January off, and the JMC reviews are going to resume around the second weekend of April like they did last year, and that'll be on the 14th or 15th. And also, like I said earlier, I feel that trying to do things every week for all the shows I do, it's a bit stressful and puts me in kind of a burned out state of mind, so I'm planning not to release them every single week, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't fully decided yet, but it's going to be more of a semi-weekly thing, and possibly I'll be able to get more projects done that way. And a show that I definitely want to continue doing on a weekly basis is the Old School Trailer Hounds, because they're very short and they're very easy to do, and they're a lot of fun. And I'm also hoping to work with more people, maybe continue with the people I've worked with this year, and maybe a few new faces. No guarantees, but there are some plans in the works. And as for the mini reviews, as I said in a vlog I posted a few weeks ago, I'm pretty much done with the mini reviews for now. I'm not saying they'll never come back, it's just the mini reviews are the hardest videos for me to do. It's the show that I had to really work hard at for a long time, and to be honest, they're just not that fun to do anymore, and they might come back someday, maybe as a once in a while special occasion thing, but right now I'm pretty much done with that show, and I ended on its 50th episode, and I think that's a good number to end on. And something that I'm really looking forward to and really have to get ready to figure out is the 100th JMC review, which will come out at some point next year. And I'm not going to say what the movie is at this moment. And even though I said the same thing earlier this year, I'm hoping to make another short film, and with not such a busy work schedule that I'm gonna impose on myself, I might be able to actually make one. Like I said, I hope to try more projects, and it's not just the idea of doing maybe a short film, but I have a bunch of ideas in mind and can't go through them all, but one idea that I'm kind of toying with right now in my head is maybe doing a couple of reaction videos, which I'm still not sure about because I've always had mixed opinions on reaction videos. There are some reaction channels like the Renegades Media Group, or Renegades React as they used to be called, where I really see the love and heart they have for their reaction videos and the love they have for the videos they're reacting to, just the genuineness. I'm considering creating a reaction channel that would be just me and whoever I can get reacting to stuff that I genuinely like and think they might like. Before I ramble on too much, that's just a small project I have in mind, and it might work, it might not work. Like I said, reaction channels are something I'm kind of mixed on, and I've done a few reaction videos just for the stuff that I really think were going to be worth it, and that I thought could get a good reaction out of other people. And Just an idea. And other than that, I'm taking January off, and the next video will either be at the very end of January on the 31st or in early February. And for anything I've said, plans can change. But for the most part, January is my month off, and everything I just said is what I'm hoping to do next year, and hopefully 2018 will not be such a stressful, emotionally draining year as 2017 or 2016, but it probably will. So my friend Alex, who said, we wished that last year and look what happened. So maybe let's hope 2018 is a horrible fucking year, and you never know, the opposite might happen. That's it. Goodbye 2017. Parts of it that I won't miss, other parts I'm gonna look back at fondly, and hope everybody who watches me has enjoyed my content this year, and see you next year.